And we are back here for game 2 for World's Group Stage 2021 here. I'm luckily joined here by a Tridecast to help me fill in research gaps because I am so good at this job right now. Vedius, Kobe, and Freak joining me. And we are about to jump into the second game. As I said here, it's going to be RNG versus PSG. RNG, unfortunately, been on a slump since MSI. Here, the MSI hangover taking a little bit too long. Taking quite a while for them to get over, but they have made it back to the international stage here, trying to secure the 2 international tournaments here so far. Xiaohu's still a strong suit out of them. Meanwhile, PSG Talent actually taking first place over in the PCS here and showing themselves, giving themselves another chance here to actually really surprise us here on the international stage. Maple in the mid lane could be really putting this out and really giving us another banger, because I'm really partial to something like a rivalry or these little rivalries that I'd like to create here between, say, PSG Talent and RNG, because their best of 5 back at MSI was really close. It was really tight, was really intense, and I really want to see. I really wish they had been able to do more in that best of 5 back at MSI here. Alrighty, so let's see what little stats we can grab here out from Freaking Company. Yeah, Maple's been around forever.
Like, he predates Flash Wolves. The man is, I don't want to say ancient, he's 24. Like, he's far younger than any of us. Yeah, but he's been around.
We were at that World Championship, and we are older, so don't call him ancient.
But the point is, like, look, Maple is the focal point.
Yeah.
You know, for a lot of teams, jungle mid has like a really high proximity. They play together. Support and mid, support and jungle. Maple has a lot of support proximity. He also has a really high in lane percent. They just go
Maple is the make or break for this PSG Talent team for those not keeping up with them. Maple on the Silas was a monstrous pick back during the MSI, and they don't have Doggo. They actually have the regular ADC now. Doggo is a sub back at MSI, and this should mean in some ways that PSG Talent with Unified back as their ADC should be able to actually be better, or at least more synchronized than they were at MSI. So now it's a question of, can they play an upset here against RNG? We're looking at bans here now entering the draft phase. LeBlanc going to be taken out and away because, well, I would put Maple actually over Cryan in at least the solo lane matchup there in mid lane. Zoe taken out as well, and Lucian taken out. So Lucian, a super OP pick right now. Not surprised by that. Zoe, not an OP pick right now, but definitely high viability for providing pick opportunities. Trouble bubble. And yep, Jay's taken out as well, so trying to give a little bit of break there for Hanabi, taken away because Xiaohu, one of the best top laners out from the LPL, do not need to give him more opportunities than is necessary. MF bans maybe, but okay, Graves bans, so taking away that top laner, because that's usually where we've seen Graves here so far. Willer back in plans was the only other one that really did it. Really like brought it out in the jungle, I'd say. So that's about as far as we're going to see for the Graves. He's not going to be here. I'm curious if the support ban meta is going to come through here, because the 3 supports of great interest to me, at least as I was watching through play-ins. All right, and Irelia, so definitely a good ban there out from PSG Talent, because Irelia, because of how strong the top lane pedigree is out of the LPL, Irelia is a very viable pick here. Welcome to real League of Legends on an international stage. And hovering, the TF going to be locked in here for Cryan. So global secured, and this actually just puts a lot of pressure onto PSG Talent to figure out like how are they going to play matching this. This does set up Maple for his Silas, which should be a pretty well-known thing, is a viable pick in the current meta. It's not any of the OP picks, but definitely is in there. And they're looking at securing themselves Mr. 200 Years. So perhaps putting some major carry potential into Unified's hand here. All right, and that should be a lock-in there for the Aphelios. So Aphelios picked up. Now, because we could have a very lopsided drafting situation here right now. Because if they secure their entire bot lane, it's gonna be a question of what are they going to secure for the rest of it. They gotta get their jungler for River with the Lee Sin, it looks like. So this is only just securing like very simple things. Like the Aphelios, I don't believe would be banned out, which makes this a very curious thing. Possibly in the second phase, But at this point, you're kind of opening yourself up for bans against very good supports if RNG choose to take take the Leona. Leona was a premier pick and a 100% pick ban rate in the play-ins, but now it's going to be Wei securing the Jarvan. Could be for himself, could be for Xiaohu. Either way, it's a very strong and powerful pick at this time in the meta. And of course, the Misfortune, which has just an incredible presence right now across this pro meta. And now the Thresh going to be secured here for Kai Wing to keep Unified safe on this Aphelios, which I believe then opens them up to actually ban out the Leona and the Amumu. They could get rid of the two supports that really enable the Misfortune to really destroy a team. Leona, we saw very tanky. I prefer Leona over Amumu with how we saw it play out in play-ins. But you could ban out both there. And it could really actually set up, get rid of any major engages because you want to... Yep, there we go. So Leona going to be banned out by PSG Talon. And yeah, it really comes down to PSG Talon. They're going to want to actually just set up themselves to play the game slow enough. They need to get to about that 30-minute mark with no great fallbacks to allow Unified to get to that 3-item mark. And then he has a hyper carry potential on this Aphelios. They just also have to be able to make sure Gala doesn't get himself a lineup with that bullet time to blow up PSG Talon. So it's going to be a very, will they or will they not? Gallia will be taken away from Maple, so getting rid of one of those global options. Silas might be another ban that they put out here to get rid of the ability for Maple to follow Cryon across the map. We're still waiting on the ban out from Miss. Yep, and there we go. So the secondary support that has usually gone with the Misfortune in at least the play-in stage is going to be taken away, and there's the Silas ban there from RNG. So great development there, at least a pretty predictable draft, if I'm calling it, from this side. So the game, this is actually playing out pretty standard here. We'd kind of want to see a little bit of spice, and these last two picks from PSG could be where they spice it up, maybe cheese it out. Kennen, highly contested pick, and I like how it's they're very team fight oriented on PSG, and there is good space making. Lee Sin can kick people away, and he dive potential such as the Jarvan. If you can get on to Gala on the Misfortune, the kick can interrupt the bullet time. And then, of course, Thresh has a great bit of peel with the Flay, with the hook, with the box. So there are a lot of good space makers here. I just kind of wish there was more of a bruiser, tankier presence. And that is Xiaohu Syndra top just happened. So RNG bringing the spice in here right now. Vetty is putting out the surprise for everyone here. Ming picking up the Rel, which I believe was very underplayed back in play-ins. Really happy to see it here. But I think, yeah, we're going to see the TF in mid, Syndra top, Wei with the Jarvan, Ming and Gala on the Misfortune and Rel respectively. So this is where RNG are really starting to flex what Xiaohu can bring into this international stage. We'd seen it throughout the year, through spring and summer from RNG. Xiaohu, previously a mid laner of the legendary RNG, playing second fiddle to Uzi for several years, now finally actually bringing it into his own, just taking top lane himself. And now, are you going to be able to answer this one out? Because it's a ranged matchup here. And Kennen, unfortunately, if he can't get into melee range of those creeps and really use his lightning rush, he's not going to be able to really clear out that wave. So Pariah is going to be pretty much in the Syndra's favor for forever. At least through a whole laning phase here. And I believe there was also a Tryndamere at the last end there, so playing a little slow on that. But Tryndamere going into Maple's hands, which I feel like is playing into what is being described as a lower bracket part of the scrim meta. Listening to some talk shows this past weekend before getting in here to groups, there was discussion, I believe, out of Freeze from 100 Thieves talking about how there's an upper level of scrims, an upper bracket more or less, of top level teams, mostly Asiatic teams, and then there's a lower bracket thing where 100 Thieves is at, and a lot of maybe the less potent teams are. So what I think we're seeing also is a continuation of the play-ins meta coming in for PSG, while RNG, they're still playing a lot of what is expected and standard, but the flex of that Syndra is really a good counter into what's happening here. And it also prevents Maple from really getting on top of anyone too easily. He's going to have to burn a lot of health to get through that. And Xiaohu's going to have to find his way in properly if he's going to try to blow up Unified, because Unified's going to be the end-all be-all for this team here. Q's still going to connect onto River. He's going to be able to get some damage on him. And that's a Summoner spell out from Wei, which isn't the worst thing in the world. It does prevent his ability to flag, drag, flash to secure a knockup. but it shouldn't really break up or ruin too much of his pathing or his ability to at least pull out effective games and get someone's flash out once we get around to the 3 or 4 minute mark. And at this early in the game, that flash is gonna be up by like 5 minutes. So it's not the greatest loss in the world. The teams, at least what we've seen so far on Worlds, they play pretty. If they're playing passive, nothing really is happening until like post 10 or 11 minutes. Like that's when Drakes are taken. But if they're gonna be playing aggressive, and Dragon's gonna be starting to be taken like at 7 minutes or even 6 minutes, then we could start seeing where that flash could be a little bit more valuable. But I don't think it's gonna really do much. So 33-2 on this Aphelios career all-time here for Unified. So this is his pick. This is his baby. That is an incredible win there for him out of the PCS region. We got to see if he's going to be able to bring that success here to the international stage against the kind of pedigree that is RNG. And now Hanabi getting pressured out here. Xiaohu has all the agency in the world. All Hanabi can really do is throw his Qs and auto attacks, and Xiaohu can basically do the same, but with a greater bit of success. Now here comes the rail. The flip going to be hitting up Unified, and he's going to be super low here right now, under 200 health, but I think he's going to be able to actually get caught out here. First blood's going to go over to Ming, and that is just tragedy striking there for Unified, their bot lane. Misreading what can be happening there, what could happen. Ming with a great engage on the rail to just knock up, flip up Unified. He cleanses out of the stun, but it's just not enough, and there's not much that Kaiban can do. It's a level 1 fight, and they secure it. I need to see the review. They might have had a level 2 advantage there, but I don't think. I think it was a level 1 advantage, and that's where this game goes. Like, that's where these bot lanes are at here, especially with the Misfortune, the kind of damage she can put out with double up, with her auto attacks, and it can just be tragic here. So it's, yeah, there's no level 2 it's going to be happening. It's just E into the Q from, or the E from Ming to just mess him up. And at that point, it's flash, the Q auto lands or whatnot from Ming to secure it. And that's pretty good for RNG. There is definitely a better argument that Gala should have gotten that kill, and that would be better for RNG. But there is something to be said for the sooner Ming gets levels and gets just enough gold or gets what she needs to get out of lane to start roaming across the map and being effective in enabling Hanabi or enabling his solo laners, the better it is going to be for RNG altogether. Wei, coming up your top side here. There's not a lot of mana on Zhou, so I don't think we're going to actually have a dive here, but there comes a teleport in from Cryan, and I think they won it. Wei, double buff here. Flash going to come out from Hanabi, and that's a solved situation right now. Cryan spending the teleport for not much. Prio was in his favor. Maybe we're going to be spotting him. I think it's going to be okay to actually try to mess this down. Mocking Shout comes out, going to get some auto attacks. Gold's card's going to come out to stop it. And Cryan going to miss some CS, but not the end of the world there. And that now sets up Hanabi for a gank in the next 2 to 3 minutes, I would say. Probably in like 2 waves or something, 2-3 waves. Alrighty, Wei now moving bot side here. He's going to be able to spot. Yep, going to spot River on his way up. But River able to actually get himself steal some Krugs. And now the spot side getting a little scary here. Unified trying to actually get some trade off here. Level 4 now, so able to actually have a full set of skills available. Xiaohu getting good poker into Hanabi. Hanabi is not ready for this. Like, Hanabi is going to be so abused to your top side because it is exceedingly rare to encounter a Syndra top lane. At least I believe. So this is going to be very much in Xiaohu's favor for understanding the matchup and how it's going to play out. I believe that Hanabi, like post level 6, maybe with a stopwatch in tow, can have the ability to beat Xiaohu. But if Xiaohu's got enough orbs up, that unleashed power could just destroy Hanabi and just put him in the dirt. Maple, a little over trading here. It's got good sustain here with that Bloodlust. Ward going to spot out River, so now they know where he is, and they know where Wei is as well, so Maple could be able to play safe here. So very good warding from both teams here. It's not really giving over too many advantages, and only like a 500 gold lead for RNG at this time.
And this play right here highlights something that we can emphasize throughout the group stages: the importance of the vision around mid lane and controlling.
Maple level 6 here. I believe they're looking for a fight here. River and Toe here. I think Maple's going to try to overplay his hand here just enough. But Wei and Cryan aren't gonna bite, and they're gonna clear waves and walk away.
Extra ward from PSG allows Maple to make the aggressive play, not go for the full commitment, still able to have full control of the minion wave and push it right back out here,
Yeah.
even after jungle attention is used.
You saw the bait. They didn't go for it. River on vision. So bot lane is being pushed in. Really big CS lead here for Gala down here.
All right.
Obviously doing a lot of
River. Oh, still gonna get spotted by that ward, but I don't think Xiao is going to be able to do much. He's going to have to burn his flash here. He's going to actually get the unload here. Ultimate unleash power, but I think he's really setting up Hanabi to go down here. And now Xiao 1v2ing this situation here. Here comes Cryan, and now Hanabi's got to go in here, but he's going to be secured up here. Auto attack to finish it off by Xiao, and that is super sad here. And River, I think you're in danger, bud. A no level 6 here for this Lee Sin. He's going to actually try to secure the kill onto Cryan. He's going to get him super low here, but he's going to actually finished off here. Oh, one more auto attack. Oh, it's going to be secured by Cryan, actually. I believe he had an ignite from the spell book. Maple trying to get a counter kill here. He's going to be able to go in. He's got the Undying Rage here, so he can really keep going, but there's not enough damage to follow. His teammates are too far behind the play. Hanabi just teleported in, but that is 3-0. That is fantastic punish, fantastic play there from RNG. Xiao Hu just outplaying that whole situation, throwing an incredible amount of damage onto Hanabi to stuff the ability for them to really play that out. And oh, and here comes the QE combo just to actually secure it out here at about 210 health, really. And at that point, Hanabi has to try to turn to make something happen, but he's only really focusing on the wave, it looks like, not trying to actually get anything done. Xiao Hu, which is, it's a consolation prize here, and I really like this from River to try to get the kill onto Cryan as they were taking damage, but there's just enough available. Flash from Wei to run away from Tryndamere, which is a good call. Very good call there. I did miss that earlier. So RNG in control of this game here right now, and really yep, I'd be concerned there, like the coaching staff here there for PSG. Now let's see how we all play this out. Kaiwing and River now here ready for the fight here. Cryan being pocketed by Ming for the time being, so not too much happening there. It's gonna stalemate there from the supportive lines here. Wei heading top side. It's gonna be able to spot out this ward. We're about to actually have, I believe we're getting to Herald's getting spawned here. Unified, yeah. The E Comet combo with like even just auto attacks is a very powerful trading pattern there from Misfortune. And now PSG actually trying to find a route in here around the vision, or at least to separate the jungler from the mid lane and support. It's actually getting pretty dicey here. Oh, and there's gonna be the catch on to the Lee Sin here, and he's gonna get blown up there. Ming flash engaging there with the Magnet Storm. Sorry, River, not there. He had a ward available to jump to, but he could not react fast enough. No flash available on him either. So yeah, RNG playing super disciplined here and not really having any trouble dealing with PSG. I don't know what's going to really come of this tournament. And Unified going down to 150 health here. Kaiwing trying to get some flank on to Gala, but Gala's going to own this entire situation. He is unconcerned with either of you. Yeah, he owns this lane here. The Misfortune is just so powerful. And Unified's in such a precarious position right now. That's a Q auto there from Gala, and he's got flash veil, and there he is. He's got it. Kaiwing's going to try to bring him back in here. He's going to bring him to half health, but Ming's going to be here to support it, and that is a loss there. Unified, you needed to go, man. Like, there's too much damage on this Misfortune. He only has like a serrated dirk and 2 longswords, but that's enough. That is enough there. Auto Q finishes off there. There's no heal. There's a cleanse and an ignite as the alternative summoner spells, as the secondary summoner spells for the spot lane. So that is kind of disrespectful there from Unified. He needed to leave after that bullet time shredded him. And now Hanabi, skin bodied over here. 3,000 gold lead at 10 minutes into the game. This game's PSG Talon running out of time, running out of options for what to do. They need the group for a Dragon for a team fight here. Mountain Drake is up right now, and the first Drake has yet to be taken. This game has been it's been accelerated for RNG for counterplaying and making some plays here topside. River available, but here comes Cryan. Now they're going on to Xiao Hu, but I don't think he's gonna have enough damage to finish it up here. River gonna kick him in. He's actually gonna get the counter kill on the way. So this is actually fantastic here. Hanabi trying to get the last autos, but that is gonna be a stop here. Maple has made his way up here. Now Hanabi trying to get the stun off. He's gonna actually secure it here, and that's gonna be a kill for Hanabi. Some redemption for this top laner. 1-1-1 on this Kennen, and doing a very good job of actually getting Zhao Hu out. The Maelstrom only going down on the Zhao Hu, but that much damage is going to forced Zhao Hu away. Wei then over diving to try to actually secure it just with him and Cryan, and that was not enough damage to get the kill onto River or onto Hanabi. And then Maple's just up there to provide the collapse onto the rest of the team. So very good plays there from PSG. Very good counterplay from them. And now Kaiwing actually going to be able to grab some visual control here in the bot side River here. And this is going to be in their favor. Like, if this might actually set them able to flip what's happening in this game. Ming, Wei, and Cryan nearby as well here. The visual guys start get cleared out by Ming. This is going to be where they need to fight. This is going to be where PSG are going to have their full team fight, but they're not going to be able to do it like they want to. The Dragon Strike's down, and so is the Maelstrom. Not to mention that there's no teleport on the cannon right now. There's teleport on Zhao Hu, and Cryan is close enough to walk it. So it's they were thinking about it, but the option kind of goes away right now, it would seem. Oh, that Q. Oh, that feels bad. That feels bad when it's a crit Q like that. Now Wei going to be able to get his start onto this dragon. So first Drake could be taken around 12:30 here in this game. So pretty slow Drake start. Pretty slow gameplay thus far. Cannot say through the plans that there was a lot of need, or it was not entirely necessary for Clouds, for Souls, or for even the Eternal Dragon to secure wins, unless you're watching Galatasaray. So yeah, game's playing pretty slow on these objectives. Rift Herald will be up soon. And if anything at this point, the soonest we're going to have a Drake Soul is going to be in about 15 minutes. So yeah, so still sitting at near that, that'll be that 27-minute mark, near that 30-minute mark, where the Aphelios will be online and be able to quite adequately out damage just the bullet time from the Misfortune. And Misfortune also going for that lethality build we've been seeing. Eclipse, the most likely mythic for the Misfortune, which is a very impactful itemization, I think, in this meta, where there's not a lot of tanks. There's no tank shredding like job here for RNG. Like, to be honest, they're the ones like with the tankiest characters in this game. They've got the Jarvan, who would build tank naturally, and they've got Ming, who is a very tanky support also. So it's kind of a good pick to have Unified on deck. And here comes the combo, and it interrupted the lamp predicted, and the flag and drag to stop the lamp jump. And now Kaiwing on the run here, using the box to try to get himself out, but Cryan and the rest of RNG are on their way here. And Kaiwing, I'm sorry, man, you may be in your jungle, but you're gonna die here. And that kill's gonna go over to Zhao Hu. 3-0-2 on the Syndra, putting on a clinic, and River to 7-2 exit out through into his mid lane. And unfortunately, Maple is doing well. He's got like 30 CS over Cryan right now, but it's 7-2 right now. That's a 5,000 gold lead in favor of RNG, man. I'm gonna need you to do more with this Tryndamere. And it's, ooh, that hurts. It's not clear to me that this Tryndamere is actually gonna do the value here. So if there's it's 3v3 topside here, and the tower is about to get taken down. River starts heading away, maybe just to check behind to see if there's anything else, but then the QE and then the flag drag just to cut off the exit route there for Hanabi. Just super bad, super sad for PSG. And this Kennen's just getting bullied here. Like, RNG are playing to this top side immaculately. Gala has just kind of got his own advantages bot side, and just the pure matchup. 40 CS over his counterpart too, as well as a kill. And you know, Unified's died twice. So it's just looking rough here for PSG. They've got to find that team fight that they're looking for, because they've built the good team fight comp. Like, they just need to get Aphelios in a position to where he can put out the damage that needs to be done. Because in all reality, you've got a great team fight AoE stun ultimate and flanking option with Hanabi on the cannon. River can set up a pick to pull off like an insect. And Maple on this Tryndamere can be a good damage source if he can get onto someone and has the items. But he's much more of a tank mid with that Undying Rage. Like, he can go in for like 5 seconds or whatnot and really just take up a lot of attention. And he can just flash away. Now River just forced to flash away, which I don't understand. I think he was probably expecting another Q out from Zhao Hu. Yeah, so RNG have full ownership of this game. Yeah, they have. So yeah, and then of course Kai Wing. Getting back to my point of how the team fight, really needs to play out. Like it's all ununified. Like Trinivir can do crazy damage, but he's very melee and he's very kiteable. So a lot of the reliability and the reliable damage for PSG is going to be on this Aphelios. It's not really going to come from anyone else. And unfortunately, this Aphelios is also has died twice, and he's sitting on paper bags. Meanwhile, Miss Fortune's been able to actually secure her Eclipse. There's the shield bow. Okay, so we're not that bad. Yoma's Ghostblade and the Eclipse for the Misfortune right now actually even got her own boots runes, so should be pretty good there. And not to mention the strut passage just allows her to have ridiculous move speed across the map. So yeah, still half an item behind for the Aphelios. Not too much anything crazy anywhere else. So everyone's gotten their mythics. And a rocket belt on the cannon as well, which I do like to allow to really get in there. And that's going to be a catch there. Not exactly Magnus. Goldcrow's going to go out, stun up Maple, but I think they've kind of reached their limit for what they can do with this play and what they can do to even, to stop it. So Riftshow's going to come in. It's going to finish off that turret. And PSG Talon is going to have to cede ground here and cede all this visions being taken out by Wei and Ming. And this is going to be very, this is going to pretty much just set up RNG to own the bot side of, oh boy, and here comes the 8 gauge here. So PSG wanting the fight here. Oh, the hook's going to go on to Ming here. Is he going to go down here? He's actually going to die from Maple. Maple's going to flash here. He's going to catch on to 2, 3, and that's going to be a 4. And oh boy, that's going to be a quadra kill for Maple. He just finds his way in here and just runs over the rest of RNG. That is insane. And that's why this man is that is why we've been talking about this. Why we've been excited for this game, actually. PSG Town just need to find that go button. They turn on it and they just blow RNG out of the water with a clean ace. Yeah, that is a full clean ace out of them. 17 minutes into the game, overdiving that tower, Ming getting caught up, hooked in. And at that point, it's just free pickings there for Maple. The Undying Rage available as well. Now they're going to get second Drake, which is going to be Ocean. We're going to have an Infernal Rift. And that is exactly what you see. That's what you need to see if you're going to actually fight these intimidating Chinese teams out of the LPL. So this is looking really, really good here for PSG, because that's a turn here. Now the gold's only 1,000 away. So here we go here. They're trying to get the catch. River actually jumps away from the pushback. Ming goes in a little bit too far. The hook is going to go on to catch on him, and he's going to get blown up here. River gets followed, and he gets finished up by a spinning slasher. Flash from Maple to just jump onto the Misfortune. Bullet time is done. Double shutdowns, yeah. And just turn on. So fantastic. Incredible amount of gold put onto Maple there with all that shutdown gold. Like, that was insane. That's what we need to see out of Trinimir, because Trinimir, in my conception, is mostly a tank because of the Undying Rage, because I would expect there to be too many kiting options to prevent him. But when something like that happens, when he's sort of like disrespected and allowed to come through, oh, and here we go. Here, spinning slash used here, but he's going to be able to go away, and now they're going to try to catch him up. The Undying Rage is going to come out here, but I don't think he's going to be able to 1v4 this one. Pretty good. Gore Drinker and Bloodlust, but not too much else out of that. Yeah, you gotta wait the duration out there, Vedius. He's undying. He's not impossible to kill there, bud. And now they really finish off the play they were at. They're gonna be able to get this turret. So RNG sticking to the page here. PSG winning that. Won that fight, but it's not really clear that they actually were able to gain enough like full map control here. Hanabi though, getting some work done here topside. He's gonna be able to actually get this turret probably below half health before he's gonna have to leave. Ming and Xiaohu on their way up, and Blue Buff getting contested here by River. Kai Wing coming available, but unfortunately Xiaohu can pick that up and yoink that blue buff away. And that's good stuff. So that buys time, and that also puts this Trinimir way ahead of the curve here. Gore Drinker on deck, Essence Reaver available as well, which I question that pick because he's not a mana building character. I probably need to look into that more to figure out what the Essence Reaver really provides. I imagine it's like a really big amount of cooldown reduction just so he can spinning slash about as often as his heart pleases. And now here we go here. So he goes over just trying to like clear this vision out. Maybe collapse onto Xiaohu. but Maple is there, and but Wei is there. The bullet time over the top from Gala, so they're just ready for this play. Actually, like they just read it square and center. That ward just above, and also that ward in the tri-bush, just really setting up Maple for the collapse. Oh, River might be going a little bit too far there, bud. He's got the ward hop available, so not too dangerous. Yeah. So pressure point here from the Twisted Fate. And he's going to be able to get back over for this Baron. Baron is alive and well. He's only a minute and a half years old right now. But there is still a pretty good advantage of 4,000 gold now advantage over for RNG. So it's a little less than you'd wanted after especially that great team fight underneath the tier 2. But now the vision game is going to be in play here. Maple could be able to get some damage onto this top side turret. Maybe even actually finish it off before he needs to go. And now this 4 top side, 4v3 right now. River, Maple, and Kaiwing need to figure out what they want to do. There is a teleport cannon available over in bot lane. So he can join the fight at about any time. And so I think RNG are just respecting that opportunity. And just really just kind of, they're just keeping sort of invading and taking over these jungles right now. And it's really going to be leading to like the gold advantage in a much more passive way. And the disparity is like 30 CS between the ADCs. Cryan's actually behind the Tryndamere. But 190 to 149. So like a 40 CS lead for Xiaohu over Hanabi in this top lane. Like I told you, like there was going to be major prio for Xiaohu. And perhaps what I more so meant to say was the pedigree gap may actually just be all the difference that's needed to win this best of 1. Now, so Maple going to match the top side there. And I imagine, and that's actually puts Xiaohu mid with Gala. No one's going bot side actually for RNG. Like everyone's moving over because the river control has been taken by PSG. So now RNG, Ming and company trying to figure out what to do. PSG looking for a pick in a way, trying to also just counter jungle and take what's theirs. And now RNG are just going to go bot side. Infernal Drake's up. It's going to be a free Drake, no contest. And yeah, no vision, not much awareness there. The Scuttle Crab vision was theirs. So PSG Talent like have control of the top side by the Baron, which is what was contended like 3 minutes ago. But that just said it's a RNG to just go take their second Drake for free. Like no issues, no problems. Maple and River trying to get the jump here onto Cryan. Is going to go golden here, but now the rest of the cavalry is arriving here, and the Cataclysm is going to put them in the pit and lock them in. The bullet time is going to come out as well. It's going to put down Maple to nothing. He's going to use the Bloodlust. He's going to set up about 100, 200 health, but that is effectively a fight win for RNG. The Ghost use as well by Maple, and this is going to basically put them in position to take this Baron, or at least to bait this Baron out from PSG. They've landed that little ward there, at least 2 little wards there, to make sure they know what's going on in these, see if anyone is outside the pit engaging with it. Oh, alrighty. So now, Sonic Wave connects. Goldcard is going to go out and catch on to River, and he's going to get stunned out a little bit further here. Good poke damage coming out from Xiaohu and company, but I'm not sure what they're really contesting here for. They're trying to make sure Maple can finish off this turret, because right now, Wei's on his way, and that basically puts some separation there between Kennen and company, but they might be baiting RNG in. And Hanabi, oh, he's got the Blast Cone. He's ready for this. They've got to actually try to secure what vision that they can here. And Wei, probably reading this. They've seen him. So Hanabi able to join his team.
RNG
All right.
arming PSG around the map, though. You can see
Yeah, RNG still in full control of this map here. It's only a 3,000 gold lead for them. And I can't say that there's been many other. There's not really been many other advantages to really fight for. And I think the second hero kind of went away here. QE combo from Xiaohu missing. Bullet Time's going to come out to try to push them away, but it's not going to really be for much else. 2 minutes till Infernal Drake gets back. All the ultimates will be available then. Baron's up. Turret's been secured by Tryndamere. So that'll actually be some good. That's actually the first turret down there. So Tryndamere split pushing quite well, quite effectively. Xiaohu's gonna have to come down and answer this. And now I think it's gonna be a reset here. They gotta grab wards and come back. They need to try to get themselves set up for, the team fight that they want. Set up in front of that Drake. Don't allow RNG to get to that third Drake where they've got a win condition on the map. Okay. Let's see what we're hanging out with right now. Yeah, RNG still running it through here, still in control here, still trying to actually choke out PSG from the river. Crying might be in a little bit of trouble here. Gold card is going to stun up Maple and get some poke down into him and River. Q is going to connect, but now PSG getting a little spread out here, and this might be what RNG wants. Kaiwing's going to actually pop the Shirley's Reverie to try to make sure everyone's grouped together. And that's, PSG talent having to play scared here, trying to catch what they can, not get too far away. And this might be a catch on the way here. Not near any help here. He's going to have to flash away. I don't think he's going to have a chance here. QE finally comes up. But I think Maple still wants it. He's not letting you call back. He's not letting you recall at all here. You're going to die, and he's going to secure it. The gold coming out. Stopwatch is going to come through, and it's going to be finished off by Talon, actually. Kaiwing's going to get on out. The interrupt there from, I believe, Hanabi onto Misfortune here. Gold card up for Cryin, but still a 4v5 in the favor of PSG here. Jungler down. So PSG are going to win that fight more or less, but it's what else can they get done here? RNG going to stick around here. Are they going to try to sneak the Baron? I think they're trying to verify where the vision is or what vision they are aware of. And I don't think they're that crazy. Yeah. So this game actually having a little bit of tit for tat right now. CS differences still pretty large. A good 30 CS. What is that actually? Yeah, a good 30-40 CS lead top side. River actually beating Outweigh, but that's pretty okay. 5-1 and 2 for the Tryndamere, and Maple with a 40 CS lead over his lane opponent. So quite some progress there. 60 CS lead for Gala. So he is putting in the work here. But Unified's starting to actually, he's halfway to that Infinity Edge, and the moment he gets that, he will be online here. Still with the collector's item. So still forgetting the LDR piece or play, sorry. And now RNG gonna actually secure their third Drake here. PSG, not much they can do. They could try to go bait for Baron, but I don't think they're really gonna go all the way for that. Drake's already gone. I think they're gonna have to actually spread out here. They are trying to play some trap, play some vision control games here, but RNG are quite okay with the vision that they have in the jungle, as well as the current lane states. Because the lanes need to get ahead of where they need to get far enough ahead in the favor of PSG for them to probably even make any plays here. Xiaohu kind of getting spotted there. Hanabi calling that out. Xiaohu just playing smart, using the blast gun to get over the wall and take the long way around to this tier 2 turret to defend it from the minion wave. And now PSG they're just looking for someone to get too curious, looking for someone to overreach. I don't think they're confident enough to actually try for the Baron here. And there's blue trinkets on cooldown right now for Cryin and Gala, and for Xiaohu. So there's a certain amount of blindness available. Here comes the blue trinket available for Gala. Yeah. Yeah, Cannon's also gonna be super viable here, and I think both teams are just waiting on something right now. Like Soul Point's gonna be up in 3.5 minutes here. Baron's been available, but no one's really gone for it, and we're still only 3 to 4K difference in between PSG Talent and RNG. These fights front to back, like squared up, it's not too clear who's gonna win it. It really comes down for RNG, like who does Xiaohu delete, which I would put it onto the Aphelios, and who can Gala get into his bullet time. And again, the Aphelios is kind of your main focus there. The problem is that Hanabi is done getting dumpstered on. No one has more than 2 deaths on either team right now. Actually, well, Wei got caught out that one time, so he's got 3 deaths. But Hanabi getting into backline access onto Crine, onto Gala, onto Xiaohu will be detrimental. It will be just fight changing entirely. Someone's going to die. Now RNG, they found their vision pocket in. PSG Talon not able to keep that one up. River gonna be able to throw his Q in here, gonna give him sight onto the Baron to see what's going on, see what kind of health it's at, and try to figure out what there is that can do, what can happen. And the answer is not much. Just gonna bait that one out here. Not gonna really, like, both teams really trying to bait each other with this Baron vision from mid lane out, and no one's really falling for it. Like, this is a very stillmatey match here. Alrighty, let's see here. So 4 items completed now for Gala. So Gala's near peak power right now. He's got the Serpent's Fang to make sure no shield, especially the shield bow, save Unified from himself. And then from there, it's going to be Banshee's Veil to make sure he doesn't get stunned out or slowed too easily. And then the Hextech Rocket Belt to try to close that distance. So Hanabi prepared to hit that flank, not get too messed up, and really make it happen here. But I'm sorry here. River, you are a little bit too far out here. And now the CC chain is going to be over and over again. Hanabi, sorry. And that's going to be a dead Yordle here. But PSG Talent have turned here. They're actually going to go for this Baron right now. And it's below half health here. The damage from Unified is insane here. White Gun is available with the purple, but that's going to be the best fight here. And it's going to be secured here. But River's going to die for it. Now it's going to be on to Unified, River, and Maple to get out of here. Oh, Kaiwing has gone down here, but Unified's got a long way to go here. No flash available. Now here comes the crash down from Ming. He's going to catch on the Maple here. And Unified trying to just turn and fight. He's going to put a lot of damage up. He's going to get blown up by Wei. And now Maple and River able to get out. Constellation prize for them, but they're going to lose his turret for it. And I don't think they're going to slow down either. All right, never mind. Crying, looking for it. Nope. Xiaohu and Gala, they're here to win. Actually, they might actually want to blow this down here. 30 seconds until Unified's up here. 7 until Kaiwing's up. I don't know what they've got for this. Maple did not have to burn the Undying Range. He's got the flank available. He could get a kill onto Ming, but I don't think there's much else to be done here. Oh, the teleport's available. He's actually channeled it right now. He's going to be coming in. Ming looking for a River as well. They want to do a 3v5 here right now. River's going to go in here, but there's not going to be any follow-up available. Hanabi could not chase that mocking shot coming out from Maple, but yeah, that's actually horrible. 45 seconds. Dragon's going to be up at 20. River's going to be dead when this thing comes alive here. Maple, Kaiwing, like, all of the PSG need to figure out how to actually, like, prevent this from happening, because this Infernal Soul is going to be it's going to be the game winning buff here for RNG. They are on the precipice of it. Hanabi way too deep into that jungle. I don't know why. And the collapse available from Crine is just too easy. And the exhaust is to make sure he doesn't damage up Crine too much. So let's see how this plays out here. Kaiwing drops box. Gonna catch onto way to just try to slow him. Flake comes out as well, but the bullet time, that lethality build on that bullet time just makes people evaporate. Makes these, just squishy champions just evaporate so quickly. It is insanely unfair, and it still hits pretty hard on the autos. It's not going to be like the crazy crit, Aphelios damage, but it's still going to hurt. And that double up with the crit with the lethality will also just put like a squishy in half. So right now, it's going to be still just a 4,000 gold lead here for RNG. It's not game break. It's still not a game breaking lead here for RNG. They've got the map control. It's going to be like vision and probably just simple counterplay of gameplay. Blue and white guns here, not ideal for Unified. Trying to just get some poke out. Good little bit of flame there. Yep. So Super's coming in top side there. Going to basically split PSG's attention here. Either they're going to fight earlier or they're going to fight too late. and that's kind of going to be the split for it. Now River trying to get a catch on. He's going to hit onto Ming, but that's definitely not who you want to hit. Don't want to send the engager in for an easy engage. Maybe you're trying to actually catch on to, like, Xiaohu and Gala staying really, really distance from who's ever connected. And there comes the bullet time here. Kaiwan going to be forced to run away here. The shields come out, but that's going to put enough pressure, I think, here. Super Minions are crashing at this time as well. Maple's going to be the one to catch it, but that's just going to mean there's not going to be enough bodies to defend this bot lane inhibitor turret. And it's going to go down here. This inhibitor at half health as well here. And here comes River. He's trying to get the catch on. He's not going to be able to even get a kick off here. Now it's going to be the turn here. Maple could be caught into the middle of this. He's going to get exhausted. But Xiaohu's going to go golden. Gala might die for this, but he's actually going to be peeled off here. And now Maple goes down as well. Gala stayed safe. And only Cryan actually dies. Apparently catching a fight there with Hanabi and a Unified. But now it's just 2 to hold the line here. I think RNG might want to finish it here. 3 super minion waves now activated. And now Xiaohu and RNG are going to be able to put an immense amount of pressure here onto Unified. And Unified not really able to get his time in the spotlight here. He's going to put out the Infernum with the Moonlight Vigil, but he's going to get dove up, knocked up, and knocked down here. RNG here starting out their Worlds tournament with a win here. PSG Talent, unfortunately, taking their first loss here. And that's going to be the second game for us today here in groups.